Hey, welcome back to yet another video on the Barrett channel. Today we're just taking a leisurely stroll around the complex that I do live in. And before I get started on today's topic, I just want to give everyone a big thank you, because the support on this channel over the past few days has been pretty mental, to be honest. The growth is really nice to see. And just give an extra big thank you to the people that are clicking the link below and buying me and the old man a coffee. That is immensely appreciated, so thank you all. Today we're going to be talking about quite a topic on the Chinese cuisine, which is, does every Chinese person eat the fluffy little cute cats and dogs? The short answer is, well, yes and no. Anyway, I'm going to get into it. Not every Chinese person eats cats and dogs. When I start talking about Chinese food, when I go back to England with my friends, with my family, very quickly it gets brought up. Oh, everyone in China eats cats and dogs, like talking, badly about it. And for some reason, that's the understanding back home, that everybody here eats cats and dogs, which is just blatantly not true. But you don't really know that until you live here and see what it's like. So, as you probably know, I'm in Shenzhen, which is in the southern part of China, and they do tend to eat pretty much, they tend to eat a lot of different sorts of things down here. For example, like all the different innards of the animal, offal, all of that. They grow up, they eat every part of the animal pretty much, and they don't waste anything, which I actually see as a great thing. I can't really get used to it so much, eating brain and kidney and necks and trotters and all this stuff. I just, it's not for me, but it's a different culture, and I do respect it, because they don't waste food. In England and in the West, we chuck away pretty much every part of the animal. So anyway, back to the topic, cats and dogs. In Shenzhen, I have never, obviously I can't read Chinese, so there may be cat and dog restaurants around that I have not noticed, but I have never noticed a very obvious cat or dog restaurant, and I'm sure there are some, but it's not as common as most people think. And yeah, I'm sure you can get them, it's a big part of their society. I think it's more common up north to eat dogs, but the average Chinese person will not eat cat or dog. They will not eat cat or dog. Some people do, but you speak to most people, especially in the younger generations, as these pets are getting more domesticated, which I'll move on to in a second. People aren't interested in eating cats and dogs. I've actually only met one person who I've asked who has tried dog, and I don't see it. I see it very differently to a lot of people in the West, because, all that's happened is we have domesticated these animals a lot quicker than these Asian societies, these Asian cultures, and in turn, what that's done is made it for us to think it's really strange to eat them, because we just see them as these little cute furry pets, which is fine. But it's also fine that that's not the way it is here. It's getting a lot different, like in the past sort of 10 or 12 years, 10, 15 years. A lot of these pets are getting more domesticated, and you see a lot more people with sort of cats and dogs as animals. But 10, 15 years ago, like I said, all it was another animal that's got meat on it that you can eat. So I don't really see it as a problem. I don't see it as weird or anything. Like, sure, it's not nice to see dogs hanging up, but that's just because who am I to say that shouldn't be done, In the UK, for example, we used to eat, rabbit used to be a part of, it used to be a staple meat. Now we see rabbits as little cute animals that we can't eat. So, it's not as common anyway. If we'd have grown up in France, we'd be eating a bunch of horse. They find it absolutely normal to eat horse, but we don't eat horse. So there's just some examples of, you know, it's just a different perception. It really is just a different perception. And I do feel sorry for a lot of Chinese, like for example, Chinese students abroad, because they probably get quite a bit of stick for this sort of topic. And the majority of them probably have never eaten cat or dog in their entire life. But yeah, there's a lot of stigma around it, to be honest. The only area that I see it a bit of a grey area, a bit of a weird one, is if someone owns a cat or a dog, but they still eat it. But I've never come across that. I've never come across that type of person. So, you know, but I'm sure it does. I'm sure they do exist, and that would be where it gets a bit weird for me, to be honest. But that's pretty much it on this cats and dogs topic. I just wanted to quickly wrap up and give you a better perspective on what it's like, because it's very different. Again, the perception is very different in the West. That seems to be a bit of a common theme with these videos. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. So if you do like these types of videos, you know, please smash the thumbs up button, as well as leaving any comments down below. Tell me if you've tried cat or dog, or if you would be open to it. All the social links are down in the description as well if you want to follow us on those, and definitely subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you in the next one. As always, until next time.